So the first tune is a tune called Snaggletooth. And I guess it was written about 10 years ago. It was named for an English promoter who has very bad teeth, and we called him Snaggletooth. And the form of the tune, it's a swing-oriented tune, but instead of it having chord changes, it has four phrases that are 4/5 measures long with certain rhythmic hits. And so the idea is that you improvise over that form by playing those hits, and then the last phrase is always open, and then there's a cue that shows the other musicians, okay, now I'm at the end of the form and we begin again. We begin again. So that aspect of it's sort of open, but it has a form. And I mean, I like playing that way. I grew up playing a lot of bebop over chord changes and playing those forms, but in this type of form, it's a little bit more open. And it also means that the bass player has to listen for where the harmony is moving, but in that sense, it's open. It doesn't have fixed chord changes. The second tune is called Smelly. It was written for one of my neighbors in my apartment building in New York City. It's a bluesy tune. It has changes. And I mean, I guess it's sort of a humorous tune in the sense that it sounds like a lot of bluesy tunes, but every time that you come to an end of a phrase, it sort of falls apart. And then you play freely, and then there's a little cue, which means, okay, now we're back into the next part. So there's freedom in it, but there's definitely harmonic movement, and it would sound like a bluesy tune. The third tune is called Tarshish. I love the way that word sounds, and it's sort of a Hebrew word too, which has to do, I'm not sure exactly what it means, but in that tune, everything is fixed. I think it sort of goes through different time signatures. And so the way we play the tune is we play the head, and then there's an open part that we repeat. And then when we're done playing that free part, we go back to the beginning and play through it. And then we stay on the open part. So again, I guess all these tunes have that in common, that there's certain, cues that show us, oh, we're at that point in the tune, and now we can start again. Or this part will be open. And so that means we can play whatever we want, but at some point be prepared to go back and play. And as I said, I mean, a lot of the music that I've written is very fixed, and some of it is very open, just sort of like, here's a little idea and then we play on it. But the music that I chose for this was something that you could see and read, but you have to understand that you don't have to stay on the form the whole time.